No, it's very hard.
Are they giving us? I guess we're not getting
Recording in progress.
The recording is started.
This is mine.
All right, welcome. I'd like to call this meeting of the Indiana Borough Council to order. Please rise for a moment of reflection and pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, may we please have a roll call?
Rod?
Here.
Divisor?
Here.
Maple?
Here.
Mills?
Here.
Newell?
Here.
Sarnisa? Here.
Here.
Vanderhead?
Here.
8 present, 0 absent.
All right, thank you. We're all here. Moving.
Yes. Were there any additions or changes to the agenda? I do have one. I would like to move under old business a discussion and then a motion to approve an outcome of the zoning ordinance project, updating the Indiana Borough zoning ordinance and the amendments to the chapter 78 to 405 of the Indiana Borough Code, heard publicly on this date just prior to this meeting at 6 p.m. 6:30 p.m.
And then can we add the voting delegate resolution, voting delegate to sign the voting delegate to the municipal leadership?
Yes. Well, we're going to file it under new business?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds great. All right. Moving on to the approval of the minutes and reports. You have in your package July 7th, 2026 council minutes, as well as the June 2026 financial. Seven. All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right.
Minutes and reports accepted. Moving on to public comment. We have no public to speak today.
You gotta do it.
Oh,
You should do them separate.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should do them
Council
separate.
minutes approved. Moving on to the June 2026 financial report.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Approve the financial report. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Moving on, we have no public participation today. Comment. Moving on to committee reports. Administration. Back up on you.
We had a very good meeting on July 21st. We did a lovely retirement recognition for Denise Brundont. She's been here for 26 years and served well. We reviewed the financial report, talked about the cost for the all-red-based traffic signal improvement project, and hoping to have some more of that offset by grant funding. We had a good parking update. And then in our own business, we had an HR report as well as an endowment grant update. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. Our community development meeting occurred on July 14th. It was a pretty successful meeting. We were able to hear an overview from downtown Indiana, all the exciting things that happened in July, like the State American 250 parade, the recognition of the Indiana High School baseball team at the third Thursday, and that they're building a database of vacant properties in the Indiana Borough to facilitate commercial development on Philadelphia Street, which is great. We also heard about the McGregor Park engagement from our planning department and our communications desk. They are continuing to do that this week at McGregor Park. There's some Pilates and a chance to speak with borough representatives about the future of that park and space in general. Along the lines of engagement, the planning office and code department have been working on a new program and the distribution of a survey. If you received our newsletter, the survey was included in that for as people who may need assistance doing lawn care or snow removal in the future. We're trying to develop an assistance program, matching volunteers and beneficiaries, and figuring out a way the borough can help our residents in need. Yeah, that's all I have. Moving on to public works. Public safety. Sorry. Luke, you're up.
All right, real quick, I just happened to notice my name is quite spelled poorly under the public safety committee.
Oh, it's a good one.
But I've been called worse. So, it was quite an event happened. There's quite a few in the notes. John does take good notes, so feel free to read them at length if you want the specific details. And plus, I think Chief is probably going to touch on some of the other things going on as well. Josh, I'm going to get the last name wrong. Titus, right? Okay. Was promoted to rank of sergeant, so that was a big deal. Actually, brought a family there for him. It was nice to be part of. Plus, he was also the officer, and we got to know a little bit better at the same time. And so, he is another one of the officers that came to IEP, came to the area, and decided he really wanted to make this officer here. And so it's always awesome to hear anyone who chooses Indiana doesn't claim they're just accepted. Like you're going to move to the area and stay here. So our community partner unfortunately had a scheduling challenge, so we're going to try them. I think we're trying them again this month. Yeah. So next week, Justice Works should be in to have conversations with them, know them a little bit better, what they do for the community. The IFA gave their report, busy year, but nothing out of the ordinary, just ordinarily busy from the sound of it. So they're working hard over there at the fire department. Brief overview of what happened at the parade. Folks worked hard to keep everybody safe from the heat, so that's all good. Some of the stuff that we commonly talk about, ongoing partnerships with Dr. Abigail Adams. There was an update on the pedestrian traffic safety. Is there, Chief, are you going to touch on that later? Okay, I won't belabor any of that then. Some other chat about some grant possibilities and some different funding things. And that comes down to the gist of it. So thank you again for President for good notes. As good as righteous would be like 3 sentences if I did. Should have been there, period.
We talked about safety.
I did spell your name right later in the minutes, but I will. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I forgive you. I agree with you. It's all for you. You take the notes now. So spelling my name however you want.
Yeah, you're going to get it. Okay, moving on to Public Works and your action.
All right. I'm going to do a brief overview of things, and then we'll jump into the action items. So we had some gas line restoration issues. Some residents complained about some curbs that were not replaced, so we went in and replaced curbs for them so that their grass and their wasn't washing out. There was just a space there that was just washing into the road. We've been struggling to coordinate with some of the work done with People's Gas as of late, so you'll notice that like North 6th Street was torn up after we painted it. So it's just been a continuous problem with utilities coming into the town. I think every town experiences this. So we're just continuing to work with that. If you're struggling with things not being restored, please contact the borough. It's not really our responsibility, but at least we can try to coordinate and figure out when they'll be back, especially in your area. A lot of times they do things in waves, so they'll repave, they'll redo the sidewalks all in one go. So if you're missing something, and you think it needs to be restored, please still reach out. If it seems like it's taking a long time, we can at least try to find that out for everyone.
Is that through our Borough 311 program? Is that a good avenue for them to reach
What's the best way?
Yeah, that's the best way for them to service. It's under service request on our website.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eden.
Very clear.
Done with the wastewater treatment plant. Our solar panels are in the process of being installed. Both of them are installed and wired together. So that'll be online, and we'll be able to reduce some of our costs down at the wastewater treatment plant, which is the bulk of our electricity usage in the borough.
And we're gonna set up a tour. We can probably stop at the
Oh yeah,
solar thing and then hit the sewage plant all in the same.
we'll be
Just do
doing
a
a
big
tour
tour.
once some of the projects at the wastewater treatment plant are a little farther underway to review what's been done and take a look at the solar as well.
We, all of us.
Me, all of us.
Yeah.
Those of you
Yeah.
haven't been down there.
I'm not sure I'd call it beautiful.
It's nice. It's in a wooded
It
area.
is nice.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Odor.
It doesn't smell.
It's bad.
Probably barely smells.
It would look like we didn't have it, Pat. Okay.
Yeah, could be worse.
No, I'm not. Listen, I understand.
Black death.
It doesn't smell any worse than the
When I ride by on the Hoodlebug on my bike, it doesn't smell good. Just
That's
That's
true.
because you're in Homer City.
All right. We have a new permit that's live down at the lab. So every 5 years or so, we have a new permit that's that we have to follow as far as testing. So those are coming into effect. We've added a number of metals, including like E. coli and PFAS. So those are the new things that we'll be testing down there. We've completed all of the work prior to our third-party paving. So the work that we usually have to do is repairing sanitary, storm repairs, manhole repairs. We do that prior to them paving so that the work that is done will not be ripped up because at least we've repaired our responsibility under the street. So that's just one of those things that we do prior to any paving job. As far as the Parks Department, we're working on tree maintenance right now on a number of side streets. We are responsible for pruning those trees the first 3 years. We checked on that. So we're trying to make sure that we meet those. If you see a whole section of trees that are in the tree lawn that do need to be pruned, please reach out as well. So they'll to let you know. Okay, yeah, we told them you had a question about it. They're deferring some of the landscaping until the paving is done. There's some landscaping to be done around this building to finish up that project, so that'll be delayed until our paving can be finished, and so no one will destroy what we've done. You'll see some new pits on the tree grates. So instead of the tree grates, we've opted for testing out this kind of epoxy gravel system. So a number of those have been installed, and we're just wait and see what happens over the winter. The property transfer ordinance, that's being worked out with White Township, so that's related to when you transfer property, the sewer lateral will have to be tested, inspected, so that's something that we'll be working with. There's not really an enforcement mechanism, is the determination at this point, but we're going to try to at least push it out as an education piece, work on passing an ordinance, and start with the real estate agents and try to get them on board, at least to try to protect our housing stock in town. Because no one wants to move into a house and then realize they can't flush the toilet. So,
Thank you.
what else? Sidewalk replacement project. That work is going to be done in like large sections instead of our original plan. So I think we're working on 13th Street area. So instead of working to replace some sidewalks, a lot of those have been replaced by the gas company already. So we're diverting that grant money over to building it up in some areas that needs it. And I'm sure you're aware of the 13th Street, where it's just a path through the grass over there.
Along with fixing sidewalks that didn't get fixed yet. That's just other options that we were meeting with that going on.
Okay. And Carpenter Avenue. Yeah, there's a number of areas where there's large sections of sidewalk that could be fixed. So we'll be using that grant for that. Vinegar Hill is still in the process of getting the stabilization materials, making sure we stay within budget. The bid came in way above our budget, so we're working on cost cutting in that respect. And then the last thing is we had our manhole inspection program is up and running, and we've already inspected a number of manholes and developed a system for grading them. So we can reduce the chance of large emergencies by keeping an eye on how our infrastructure is going, just on an annual basis. All right. Does anyone have any questions before we do all of the motions?
I have one question.
Yeah.
I believe it was John Lancaster was donated the money to do it. There was going to be a fence put in at the Borough building, correct? And I assume that's what all the stuff got ripped out for. Is that not the case? And or when might that be?
So we delayed that project intentionally. I don't think that that's necessarily why anything got ripped out. So we're still, I'd say, in the air with it, with the dog park.
Okay, got
Yep.
it.
Okay. We have a number of pay applications. Everything has been seconded by the committee, so we don't need a second.
Thank you for the reminder.
All right, I'll start in. Here's number 1, pay application 4. This is a motion to approve pay application 4 for contract 2025-1 in the amount of $46,782.25 to J5 Construction.
All right, there's a motion on the table. We'll now have a roll call vote.
Broad,
Yes.
Advisor,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Sarniso,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Vanderneck.
Yes.
8 yes, 0 no.
All right, here is the second motion. This is a motion to approve pay application 2 for contract 2025-2 in the amount of $9,700.02 to Stelco Incorporated.
All right, we have a motion on the table that requires a roll call vote. And please have it.
Broad,
Yes.
Advisor,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Sarniso,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Vanderneck.
Yes.
8 yes, 0 no.
All right,
All right, here is the third. This is a motion to approve Penn Best Requisition 4 ME 28007, Requisition 2, in the amount of $79,384.93.
there's a motion on the table. And please have the roll call vote.
Was that my name? Yes.
Yes. Advisor,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Sarniso,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Vanderneck.
Yes.
8 yes, 0 no.
All right, motion passes.
All right, here's our final. This is a change order. It's a motion to approve change order 1 for contract 2025-2 in the amount of $33,937.61 to Stelco Incorporated.
All right, the motion's on the table. May I please have a roll call vote?
Broad,
Yes.
Advisor,
Yes.
Maple,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Newell,
Yes.
Sarniso,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Vanderneck.
Yes.
8 yes, 0 no.
Motion carries.
That's it for Public Works.
Thank you for spending that.
That's a small amount
Yeah,
coming
it's a
from
small
Public
amount.
Works.
You're right.
I feel
Be
like
happy
the last
about
time
that.
we were definitely hitting.
Requesting money from
Yeah. Our hands getting in that many.
Yeah, we're taking money out.
All right, moving on to commission reports. Planning.
The minutes of the planning commission are in the packet and are very thorough, and I don't think I can add anything to them to make them better. That's the trick.
Yeah, you got it.
All right, thank you for that. Shade Tree.
Oh, okay, we discussed possible use of monies in the account for future projects. They're gonna try to come up with some nice projects and use some of that leftover money that was in there. They discussed some tree issues in town. They may purchase some bare root trees to replace some dead damaged trees around town.
A lot of them died.
Yeah, they were having trouble, so. Yep, and they said the new ordinance was approved by the Shade Tree Commission. 3 members are going to go over the ordinance and clean it up for any grammatical issues that they saw. And then they're going to present to the council. So they discussed the Healing Planet grant. They're going to be looking at getting 3 bids to plant the trees for Water Street and South 9th Street. They missed the deadline for the fall plantings of the bare root trees, but then they discussed about that, and they said that they're going to work on it for the spring. And they said the trees actually seem to work better when they're planted in the spring. The fall, those are some of the months that are not doing well. So they're going to do that. They discussed possibly using some monies of about a little over 17,000 to use for trimming trees. They're looking at eligibility parameters such as whole blocks of trees as being more efficient and more cost efficient. So in other words, like a whole mess of trees, but then a couple of blocks, and hiring somebody to trim those trees, that they thought it would be more financially prudent than sporadic around town.
Like even mature trees, or are we talking about?
I believe.
Hitting all of the, say, under 15 footers or something like that.
Well, they didn't tell me the trees, but I believe it doesn't really matter. Like, so in other words, if there's a bunch of trees that really need pruning, that they would do that whole group.
Yeah, like they could come up locust between 4th and 2nd, and they can take tons of.
Yeah, it's more more time efficient than cost efficient, because if they had a crew, they could just get them all done, in a row instead of bouncing around all over town.
Well, I think that's good, and I guess it's in their prerogative. But homeowner's responsibility is to maintain mature trees. Now, again, the shade tree is supposed to be maintaining
right.
Younger trees. That's why I thought maybe it was.
No, this was more about that. And they were thinking, so therefore, say if a whole block needs pruning or a couple of blocks, then they could get a better price, and the homeowners would not be charged quite as much for that. You know what I mean?
I mean, every tree needs pruned, basically. At any given moment. So. But that's nice.
They'd be doing the pruning and then billing the resident?
I believe so.
But maybe a reduced amount is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting
at? Yeah, reduce the cost. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And it is, I know my neighbors and I talked about doing sidewalks, and if we all went together, maybe it would be like a cheaper price. So I think it's the same kind of concept like that. Be a cheaper price if they don't have to move their equipment all over town.
Right.
And they're just right there. They could probably do a cheaper price.
Sounds like a great idea. Is that all?
I believe so. Yes.
All right, thank you, Kathy. Moving on to personnel reports. Borough Manager Cephas.
Yeah, thank you. As you all know, the invoice went out for the emergency service, and the staff is getting inundated. So I just kind of want to make this public announcement to be, when you call our office, be patient. The clerks are handling as many calls as they're coming in. We're trying to relay the best information. We put it out there. It's on our social media.
the clerks have been given all the information, how to pass it on, where to find out any more information on the IC Mesa website. So we're trying to get everybody to read up on that. You know, I think it's just been a while. I mean, we've talked about it for the last year and a half, but I just think now that it actually went out. And a lot of calls are just, hey, is this legit? Is this for real? We're just reassuring them that yes, it's an actual invoice. Some were questioning it, but just to let you know that we are getting plenty of calls. And I think President can talk a little bit more on that later. I went down to National Night Out. Congratulations, Chief. What a great event out there, as always. I just wanted to let everybody know construction season now is still in full force. We're going to have some road closures. Paving projects are big. The bridge projects are starting up here next week. We're getting great feedback on the pedestrian uptown. A lot of people are walking uptown. I'm walking uptown, talking. It's a good thing. I think the traffic calming measures are working, and I know the chief will talk more about that. And I guess just saying it's August now, so I guess we get one more month to breathe, and then next month we kick into budget season. So September through October, November, we're going to be really digging deep down into the budget. So enjoy August. And then we'll start talking figures here. All right. I guess that's all I have. Any questions for me?
Have anyone else in council? No? All right, thank you very much. Chief Shaw.
Well, that was not a great handoff to me, but first of all, National Night Out took place this afternoon from 5 to 7 at IRMC Park, and I was there until around 6:30, and it was a really nice turnout and nice weather and a lot of great partners and a lot of community service organizations. So I just want to thank the community for turning out for us and for each other. And the mission of Night Out is just to create positive relationships. And I think that everyone gathered in the park seemed to be having a really good time. So the better we know each other, the more comfortable we'll be around each other. And the more comfortable we are around each other, the lower the temperature, the lower the anxiety level can be in the community, and then the safer we can all be. So important event. Glad that we could organize that for all of our partners, and I just appreciate council support and our community support in that endeavor. Other than National Night Out, I just wanted to touch on our pedestrian safety campaign and our traffic safety campaign for you tonight, to say that we've had our new crosswalk signaling in for approximately 1 month. The police department has received minimal community complaint. The signals weren't perfect to start, and there's still some tweaking that we're doing around town. But for the most part, I could tell you that as a motorist and a resident of Indiana Borough, I have not personally felt a significant lag in traffic flow through downtown. But I have really been comforted when there's a pedestrian at the crosswalk and they press that button to see it all red and just the ease in which they're crossing the street. So I think it's a wise investment of council's time and energy, and I continue to praise Manager Cephas and her entire team, including Trajan and Eden and everyone involved, and of course council members. I think the true test of our traffic safety effort is going to come end of August, beginning of September. I really believe that by my report in October, I should be able to give you a much more accurate picture of what our traffic flow situation downtown will be when IUP student population is in town, when the high school and the junior high and the elementary schools are back in session, how this looks as we get to school in the morning and afternoon, what rush hour looks like, and then to our after-hour events. It's on a good day, sometimes it's difficult to get through Indiana Borough from west to east around 5 or 6 o'clock at night. And but as it's been said to me by my predecessor, Chief Sutton that, traffic and parking issues mean that people want to be in town and people are traveling through town. So it depends on what lens you want to look at it through. We're a busy town. We have lots of traffic. And so as long as we can keep traffic flowing and pedestrians safe, I think we're succeeding. I think that we've done the steps that we need to so far to make that happen, but it's going to be a continual process. And so I want you to know that our partners at Gibson Thomas are doing a comprehensive traffic study on traffic and pedestrian safety. That's not only on Philadelphia Street, but that's going to be on the surrounding streets, because what we don't want to do is create unsafe neighborhoods by creating a safer Philadelphia Street. And that was an important topic that administration and the police department spoke to Senator Pittman and Representative Struzzi about, and they were able to lead us to some funding to do a comprehensive traffic study, because they also want safe neighborhoods in Indiana Borough along with safe downtown. So we're accomplishing that. Our partners at Gibson Thomas, like I said, are continuing to monitor traffic. Our friends at PennDOT are continuing to plug in for traffic at the traffic signals. Rogo Electric has been important, so is Public Works, and of course the conversations that occur among staff, which are many. So,
Actually, people have been approaching me and telling me that their children miss Jimmy Stewart.
well, okay. No. I think that's very fair. What we've learned is okay.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
What we've learned through our partnership with PennDOT about traffic signals is that they're very specific as to the tone, the brightness for our impaired population. So Jimmy Stewart's voice doesn't meet the standard of the current standard of being compliant for our hearing impaired population, because there have to be certain tones that are hit, and then there are also some lighting and some flashing signal requirements that are there for the safety of everyone. So it's been an interesting education. We'd be happy to unpack that for everyone. Maybe a public safety meeting would be a good time to talk about some of those features, because if you're not aware that those features exist because your lifestyle doesn't require it, you would never know of all the enhanced features that are going on at crosswalks, all probably across America. So it's been fascinating. I continue to compile a list, a timeline of all of our efforts when we talk about pedestrian and traffic safety. I give the full report to Public Safety Committee, and my report to full council tonight is that the signals are in place. They are working as they are supposed to on large scale. There do continue to be some minor issues that pop up from time to time, but those have been corrected in very short order. And so just thank good partners for plugging in for everybody, and again, council support.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Greatly appreciate all the efforts that have gone into securing public safety on Philadelphia Street, for the continued community approach of your police department. Moving on to Mr. Solicitor.
Thank you. Good evening. Working with the planning office and code enforcement office to address some houses that aren't compliant with grass cutting and things of that nature. So to our members of the media, if you could please encourage the residents of Indiana Borough to take action and keep their yards and their properties in a neat and tidy order. That would be helpful, and it'll save them a lot of money in the long run, because then we don't have to take them to the magistrate. We would much rather our citizens use those resources to take care of their properties rather than paying court costs. So we are working on those issues currently. So that's basically all I have at this point.
All right, thank you. We do not have our representative from IUP present today, but they did supply a list of all the happenings and goings-ons. There's been a lot of movement, continual movement for the College of Osteopathic Medicine, including a $2 million grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission. And I think it is worth noting that Welcome Week begins August 15th to 23rd, so you still start to see those freshman students moving in. And then the opening of the academic year is August 21st, so you will see a lot of students moving into the borough that week.
athletes are already starting to trickle in groups.
I think I heard the police band this weekend.
Oh, that was just for the Marching band will be here soon.
10 days. I saw on the thing they'll be here in 10 days.
Yeah, I swear I heard them.
They were here a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got excited.
But you're gonna start seeing more activity around the campus.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. It is my pleasure to address council and those of you who may be watching or tuning in at home. I'm the president of Indiana Borough Council, but I also serve as the chairman of the Indiana County Municipal Emergency Services Authority. One thing in my first or second year of service was attending the first IC Mesa hearing for the signing of the ordinance with this council. And it was a prerogative of this council to take a stance of leadership within IC Mesa and help create an organization or an authority that could shepherd funds responsibly to EMS providers. This council has stood that ground and continues to support IC Mesa, and I really appreciate that. At this time, I would request that our residents also support the organization and its mission to find a sustainable funding solution for EMS providers. They're up against rising costs and diminished revenues from traditional streams like the subscription system. So please, if you have any questions, look online at www.icmesa.gov. You can find a lot of resources there. If you do feel like you need more individual support, you can find my address on the Indiana Borough website. And I ask that if you reach out to Borough staff, that you are polite and courteous and have reserve with patience. If you're not from Indiana Borough and you want to reach out, feel free. And anyone you call, just please treat them with patience and understanding. Even the people at Berkheimer don't deserve any level of frustration or anger you might feel at any given time. That's my piece. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I echo basically everyone that spoke before me. Definitely when you're contacting the borough, please be kind, courteous, treat others how you want to be treated. I also would like to just, again, thank everyone for all the work that they do for the borough and for the time that's spent making sure things run smoothly. Like I said, I was at the night out event tonight, and it was wonderful. And it was great to see the community out there to support our law enforcement and emergency services. Another thing I'd like to bring up is, Indiana, we're a growing community. Fun story, I was at the Steelers training camp this past weekend. As many of you know, I'm not a Steelers fan, but I was there. Because we have an IEP coach that's doing an apprenticeship, Demetrius Wilson, who coaches for IEP, is doing a apprenticeship for Steelers. So, I was at the camp, and I heard a conversation from people I didn't even know. And they were talking about Indiana and how great this community is. And they're from, Mars or somewhere. So, the word is out about our community. So let's continue to the growth and continue to do things as positive as we do. The last thing I'll leave you with is August 15th, I'm doing a fundraiser for the Evergreen after school program. I'm doing a music night out where I'm going to play some piano and I'm have some friends come around and play and sing some songs. It's going to be at 7 p.m. at the Artist Hand. So if you're available, come out.
So 15th?
Yes, the 15th.
You really want to kiss that pig? You really want to kiss that pig?
I want to raise money for the kids.
Right. The chick releases the lowest.
Should kiss the pig.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought.
Because it would incentivize you
To not
to
have
not be the lowest.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Raise the money.
a very confusing system.
Right, well, it's not-
One day I'll take over and
When I
turn
was
it
on the
around.
board,
But, yep, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm no longer on the board.
I think it's also an incentive to get back at people.
Mm,
Maybe I should.
We would give money to people we don't like.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for your words, Mr. Mayor, and I look forward to that event on August 15th at the Artist Camp. Moving on to old business, I'd like to open up the floor for a little bit of discussion to finalize the board's consensus on the zoning ordinance update project, specifically the map conversation that we were just having. If anyone would like to propose a motion to secure the exception that was discussed, and then we can move on to voting on the entire
I should
ordinance.
say, so move, or does everybody understand what we?
Let's be specific about what the change is.
I was gonna say, we're gonna take two different changes back and forth.
Well,
I think
I would like to move that on that map, we move the MU one property line back in the block between Grant Street and Maple Street. But not a whole block, but back to paper out.
So the lots, the majority of the lots facing 7th Street would then be
Would be
designated
Between the paper alley and 7th.
medium
From Grant
would be
down to,
medium density.
yes, would be medium density facing 7th.
All right, do we feel clear on that motion? Is there any need for, is there a second?
I just want to clarify, you guys said all the way to Maplewood, that one is a big lot that's going to stay the same, is that what you were saying, the last red
But I
one?
think that's on the other side of the paper alley. No?
With the exception of the large
755.
755 Maple.
It's Maple.
Oh, yeah, the current larger one is on the other
sorry.
side.
Yeah, it's on both sides.
Is it?
It extends that whole block.
Oh, is it, okay, I can, if it's this part.
Because it goes over the bridge.
So on Google Maps, is it the vacant lawn, is that the part of their parcel that goes all the way to the?
I don't have a map of
We're getting it.
Well, I'm getting the map pulled up.
and that way we can be very clear and specific.
Yeah.
I was
It's in
going to
the
say
middle-
Maple
it's
Grant,
in
but I
the
thought you
middle
guys said there
of
was
the
something.
block that is all red. There's one that goes from Wayne Avenue all the way to.
Yeah, let's go.
They're gonna block this up.
Oh, you have yours up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one more.
No.
Above this.
And then there's like a leg.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is all. That is all. Excluding the upper.
So what street would that be ordinance? Not Maple.
It's the.
This will be.
It's not a street.
It
Okay,
starts-
that's-
It starts on,
This is yellow.
Because it would have been.
State
Yeah,
Lowry is on one side, and it's almost like a J.
Where those brick apartments are on Wayne Avenue, that
Yeah.
extends all the way into 7th. Over across the street.
I see where it is.
Eden, can you see that online?
Did you eliminate Eden?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I can see because I know that the screen is there and I know the map, but you can't read the screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so.
So just so we're all on the same page.
This is all of what you're seeing as dark yellow is all actually red
Okay.
currently, except for this is yellow. They're talking about changing from this lot to this lot, yellow, medium density, and then this would be mixed use to the
Oh,
paper alley, this straight line.
okay.
So instead of going from next
Because I had residents calling me about this, and they said things were changing, and according to the map, it wasn't. And I told them it wasn't.
Yes.
It
So-
looks like it will be.
So we will have all
So they had a secret.
all
information
properties
that I-
facing
7th.
Street will be medium density, with the exception of the
Right.
large lot that extends from way
Okay.
to 7th.
Then that will be red.
But the three properties beyond that are still going to be medium density as well.
Yeah, all properties
I'm just
facing
making sure,
7th Street.
yeah.
Yes, correct.
So we're talking.
Yes, that's a
They all stay up.
good note. Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah,
not the same thing.
this is gonna be red.
That's not the right map.
Well, this is the final map that I have here.
What's the date on it? That's what we
This
do.
one?
On the actual map itself.
Yeah, top
May
left.
2025.
Yeah,
This
no,
is when we have that.
There's another one.
that's
Yeah, we're on the
that's
July.
we're on July.
July 1st, 2026.
You need the July 2026 map.
Okay. Is that the one that's on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I used for the individual the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the.
We're all good. I just want to make sure I gave them the correct information. But I sent them the map from the website.
That's the one, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. So
They're just, the one on the website is dated June, this one is dated July, but they're
There was a change.
the same.
okay. Yeah. I just directed them there.
Okay, so are we?
There was rumors about a commercial district that was going to go the entire length of 7. So I had.
So,
So I was like, what? Did I miss a meeting?
Right.
Yeah, so there's a motion on the table. Luke has seconded. Just for clarity, what we discussed and what we've settled on is that medium density will appear the designation along 7th Street for that block between Maple and Granite. And the rest of the
Except
map-
for the big thing.
Except for the
That's why
lot.
you can't say Maple and Grant because the big one he keeps talking about is
would the
Maple.
better way to phrase it be, they're
You're
not
talking about this
changing how that block is?
This one.
No,
Didn't
this one?
that's
So it would
how
be
it was.
No, because, no.
No, that's
We have to
right.
say it's medium density.
So is it Maple?
This is,
or not?
this is not the.
There's,
Are we satisfied with the verbiage?
all right. Is everyone clear on what we're deciding? This is just the contingency, and then we will vote on passing the ordinance with the contingency. I just want to make sure we have consensus. All right, all those in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Great, we have a consensus on the exception. I would entertain a motion to approve the zoning ordinance update project. Hold on, I wrote it down. Updating the Indiana Borough zoning ordinance and the amendments to the chapters 78 and 405 of the Indiana Borough Code.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor, please. Oh, with the exception,
With the amendment.
with the amended.
And are we spending any more money? Or is all money been spent?
All money's been.
Okay.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, I'm very pleased to say.
Yeah, we made it, we made it.
Michael Baker, thank you, Director of Transit.
He's like fireworks, so we go.
We should. We can have balloons.
Yeah, balloons.
I was like, we need balloons and confetti.
Yeah.
It's like what, 10 years?
I wanted Ben,
Probably a lot more.
Ben to be here because
Then 4.
Ben for
In like Portugal.
Yeah.
He's back.
I think. All right, moving on. So new business. Let's take care of the designating the voting members for the municipal league conference held on October 8th.
7th through
7th
10th.
through the 10th?
Yeah.
The vote is specifically on the 9th.
Yeah, 7th through the 9th.
Well, just the vote.
Okay. This would confirm both Luke, Table Safety Chair, Luke Advisor, and myself as voting members at the Municipal League Leadership Conference, which will be attending in Hershey.
Sure. Do we need a motion to that?
We do need a motion to that effect, please.
So I would like to make a motion to that effect.
Thank
Second.
you.
Wait, so your motion and Jonathan and Luke?
Jonathan and Luke.
Okay.
Be voting members. Our
I second.
representative is voting.
Garrett, second.
Okay.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Very much. We're looking forward to the event. Next up on new business is any announcing of upcoming events. We've already heard that the mayor will be hosting an event at the Artist Hand on August 15th.
This Sunday is Italian Festival. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I won't give the details. You can tell the time.
11 to 7.
Yeah.
11 a.m. to 7 p.m. From what, 10th down to, do they close up to 9?
They close to 9th. There's
There's a car show.
the car show. You enter at 9th.
Yeah.
It's from 10th down, and then
I I'm excited. That is always such a good day.
Lots of good food, music, drinking, kids' activities.
Next Saturday.
Is it
It's
Saturday?
Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday.
My apologies, John. I forgot that old business. Is it okay? That's just an update.
Oh, man.
With everything else we're talking about, I forgot to mention. Is it okay if I slide it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
See that?
Well, so I just wanted, sorry, my apologies. So with the update, brief update on the resolution that we sent to the League of Boroughs and the Municipal League. So I just wanted to update everybody that Indiana County COS is actually dropping their foster program. And so us bringing this up, I think is timely, because I think the reasons behind dropping it are multifaceted and calls for a review on how we got to this point, which is some of the things that we talked about. And so there's recommendations for other agencies. Kids will still be taken care of. COS still exists. Those sorts of things. But all of the foster parents are being asked to transfer to other agencies to maintain their foster parent status. And so that's just want to give everyone an update that that resolution appears to be quite timely, given how we're now in a world that, through a variety of reasons how we got there, we weren't able to sustain the designated resources available to maintain the foster program. So I'm gonna keep ringing that bell and try to get people talking. And so anyway, just want to quickly throw that out there. Excuse me.
You know, for Borough News, Indiana School District's first day is August 27th. That'll be before our next meeting.
There you go, Charles.
Excited back to school.
So,
I know the Eden's newsletter just went out this week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so great update. If you haven't signed up for if you're not getting the newsletter, please let us know.
There's one more downtown Indiana event in August. There's the cornhole tournament next to the Coney. It's on the 22nd. So there's and they have music in the afternoon competition. Indiana women's flag football is also doing their championship on the 15th. So you can watch us all day, and then you can go to Charles' event because it ends at 7. So it's perfect.
I think I'm going to make my way on August 22nd to yoga in the park at McGregor Studios. If you want to come do some yoga or Pilates with me, totally down for it. I'll be wearing really short shorts.
you know, you just go to McGregor Studios.
McGregor.
Calling it McGregor Studios?
Yeah. Sorry, you usually go to yoga.
You go to a studio, I get it.
Chief, what was the date for the Waymakers? So
It's I believe it's. I think that's in September.
We
can still mention it, but I don't have it at my fingertips. I think it was.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Audience of one event. The 11th, September 11th. I think it is September 11th, but don't quote me publicly on that outside the meeting. We'll find the exact date. So.
All right. Well, excellent. We have no need for an executive session at this time. Am I correct?
I don't need one, no.